Greetings, fellow adventurers, and welcome to Hazards and Hijinks, the interactive comedy role-playing show. I, as always, am your host, Hero, and I am so very happy that you are here tonight. We know you could be anywhere in the world, but you're right here on Twitch live with us. Now, we all heard what Captain Good and Plenty had to say, so let's get down to the specifics of tonight's show. Tonight's show, we gathered our quest from our social medias. We went to our Twitters, our Instagrams, our OnlyFans, and we asked what kind of quest you'd like our heroes to go on, and you picked the jailbreak. So at some point, our heroes are going to be imprisoned themselves, or we'll find someone who is imprisoned, and they will choose whether they're going to break them out or not. Also, we asked what kind of monster you wanted our heroes to fight, and you picked the Periton. The Periton is a giant amalgamation of a stag and an eagle and a demon. It's mean and it eats people's hearts. It's a nasty, nasty monster from D&D. And finally, we asked what kind of plot twist you wanted to throw at us, and you picked the gear deck. So if you throw any plot twists at us from tonight for just the low, low price at $8, I will be pulling from our deck right here, reading off what happens, and our heroes will have to deal with the new crazy consequence. Of course, there are tons of other donation stuff that are all in the chat in the pre-show. You can look at any time if you have any questions about that. All right, now that I got that out of the way, it's time to get to everyone's favorite part of the show. I know it's my favorite part of the show, the part where I introduce our cast for tonight, starting off with everyone's favorite Shaw. Put your hands together for Quin Shaw as Rathian, Sylvaticus, the elf bard. How are we doing, Ray Ray?
Hi, hello everyone. So lovely to see you. It's been so long. Oh, glad to be back.
Yeah, I heard you had some record disputes that you needed to take care of.
I wouldn't call them record disputes. It's just very, very minor. Everything is fine. It's
Okay.
fine.
All right. You heard it here first, folks. Rathian supports piracy. Up next, we have everyone's favorite Smitherman. Put your hands together for MC Smitherman as...
No, my name got cut off by our DM freezing, but I'm Jack Ripper Wainwright, doctor and engineer at arms, and incredibly in debt. If this world had a GoFundMe, I'd have 17 of them. Every breath cost me $7 more.
That's a tough place to be. It's a tough place to be, Ripper. And finally, we have everyone's favorite Burns. Put your hands together for Brandon Burns as Michael Richardson, the human hunter.
Oh, it's a pleasure to be back there, Mr. Voice in the Sky. How you been?
I've been good, thank you. No one ever asks how I'm doing, but I'm doing
well. It's not that I
well.
care. I don't really care. It's more of the formality of it.
Well, you know, I appreciate formalities. I literally exist to administer rules and mechanics, so formalities are like our pillow talk to me. Good looking. All right, now that we've got our cast together, let's get this adventure started. And we're going to start off the way we always do, with a hearty huzzah. And feel free to join in if you want at home. 3, 2, 1, huzzah!
Huzzah!
All right. Let's start with Michael Richardson. Michael Richardson, you've been out exploring the dark and unknown parts of the world, attempting to build that coalition for yourself, and you're returning back to the Broken Tankard Tavern after a long, hard time in the wilderness. You hope to meet some of the more capable members of the Cool Adventurers, perhaps Phylos, perhaps Snarla, maybe even that weird turtle that burns everything. But as you enter the Broken Tankard Tavern, you notice it's adorned with decorations of some type of festive holiday that you're not entirely familiar with. There seem to be bones and chew toys, and everyone keeps wishing you a happy Houndakkah. And as you enter in, you see that the only two cool adventurers in the Broken Tankard Tavern are Ripper, who's looking over what looks like an account invoice, and Rathian, who you've never met, but you do recognize them from posters for scattered all around town for shows, particularly the coming up Kit and Miss concert. Rathian is surrounded by a bunch of orcs as they're all singing festive Houndakkah carols. What do you do, Michael?
I'd like to know what those Houndakkah carols sound like. Can I get a little taste of those?
Yeah, Rathian, hit us with some of them.
Houndakkah, Houndakkah, how you hound the Deedakah. I am 4 elves and these orcs are my friends.
Yeah. I love how we talk about the Dika, because the Dika is such an important part of the good boys' faith. You rock, Rathian! Woo! And then an orc
Definitely know what
punches
that
another
is.
orc, and suddenly a mosh pit breaks out as they're all going, Houndakkah, Houndakkah, now it's time to break Dika.
See, whatever happened to good old-fashioned Kit and Miss? I miss good fashioned fun on Kit and Miss. Now it's Houndakkah. It's there's like weird non-religion specific holidays. I just don't understand all this. It's too many holidays.
You
And I think
know
I'm like,
what?
Suddenly all of the orcs stop and they turn. You see that they're all wearing medallions around their necks that depict what looks like a puppy, like the face of a puppy. And they all kind of crack their knuckles and they're like, are you trying to make sure we don't have a happy Houndakkah?
no, I'm not trying to make you not have a happy Houndakkah. Like, do what
Like,
you want.
we were being all festive here, and you
Uh-huh.
came in with your weird pro kitten miss agenda. Is this a war on a holiday or something?
No, it's not a war on a holiday. It's more just like when you've celebrated Houndakkah, have you ever truly left Houndakkah a better person, or have you just left Houndakkah more in debt? Because the concept of Houndakkah has sort of just become this capitalist adjacent sort of fusion on like how can I get people to spend more money through a belief system exercised in a concept of a holiday. So if anything's happening, you're not really celebrating the religion, you're more celebrating your own crippling debt and depression that has preceded and will then happen post-holiday.
All
Oh,
of the orcs pull
fine.
out knives, and they begin to move towards you. But a small dog folk comes out of the crowd. Hey, buddies, it's okay. It's the Houndakkah season. We got to remember that sometimes we got bad boys, but the best thing to do with a bad boy is let him outside so he can take a wee. So why don't we leave it
The
be?
fuck?
All right. Hi. My name is Brother Rex, and I am the priest of the good boy. We just built the new temple right around the corner. We're hosting these kind of impromptu festivities, trying to cheer up our sad boy over there, Ripper, and take advantage of the fact that we have a local celebrity, Rathian.
Yeah, that was me.
Yeah, you have this celebrity in your train up Ripper. Did you use city funds to build your temple?
Oh,
What even
no,
are
we use the goodwill of all of the faithful good boys throughout the region of Oakvale.
Interesting. So you took their tax money and you put it to build a
Oh,
temple.
no. No, if you're talking about monetary, we get all of our buckaroos from the church, from the high pup.
The high pup?
The high pup.
The high pup. That's what you call it.
Yeah, I think you said the high pop. Dude, look, it's
Yeah,
just
the high pup.
The high pup's
Sometimes
throwing
known
around
as
money.
The puppus, the pupple, the big puppy.
Why are we not questioning this? Ripper, I don't know you, but you seem like you've seen shit. We know this is bullshit. Like,
You don't know
I'm
me.
sorry.
What?
I'm sure. Excuse me?
You don't know me?
No, I was talking, not you, Ripper. That's why I said you first. This person.
I'm sorry. The pronouns got me. I heard money. Someone's throwing around money.
Well, we're not throwing around money, but we are passing a donation can to help with all of the to help with all of the people who have been unhoused, this holiday season on account of all of the cool adventurers mishandling their adventuring. So if you want to chip in to help all of those people, that would be great.
I'd love to, but my bank account is negative 7 figures, 9 figures, 10 figures.
Yeah.
Negative 10 figures.
And I prefer to give directly to those in need and not go through a middleman.
Middleman is kind of...
Well, yeah, to each their own. It's the holiday season. As long as we're coming together, that's what the good boy preaches. All right, then. Well, you know what, boys? I think it's a good time for us to go for a walk. How about that? And Rex.
Sorry, as he's talking, if he's kind of like facing away, I'd like to just slowly piss on him.
Piss?
You mentioned
Slowly?
pee. Slowly.
Yeah,
I'm the only way I
slowly
pee.
unbuttons his pantaloons and just begins peeing. Michael, high, low, or middle?
I'm gonna go middle.
All right, we're looking for a 3 or a 4. Let's roll a d6.
Yeah.
Feeling spicy today.
That's a 1.
A large tankard smacks you in the head for 6 points of damage. As the tavern master goes, "Nobody pees in my bar!"
We signed a deal, Frank.
Yeah, and the deal, frankly, says nobody pisses in my bar. You're allowed to defecate here on the weekends. The last time I checked, it's midweek, and that's coming out the front end, you fucking numbnut. And he throws another tankard at you.
I dodge it. Jesus Christ, Frank, you're getting into semantics. We agreed that I could use the bathroom in the bar at certain times. I haven't done it for years.
There's a bathroom! That's what I was talking about.
You just said in the bar.
It's in the bar. It's not outside.
Well, this is also in the bar.
Now he's got you there. Now, I didn't go to lawyer school, but I am for hire at a very reasonable rate to defend either one of you. Whoever's going to pay me more, honestly.
No, I'm just going to charge this to the Cool Adventurers account. Suddenly the invoice increases by 1,000 buckaroos.
Michael!
I'll do it again.
Okay, I was just trying to have a good time, and then this dude comes in here, and it's just like Michaeling it up, apparently. I was trying to actually make genuine connections with people. Okay, we were saying having a good time. You had to come in here with all your anti-capitalism, and now this poor, sad, gross dude in debt is just like all about his debt. And like, I just
haven't
wanted to have a good
showered.
night.
Does that make me gross? Maybe.
It really does. I'm standing like at least a few feet away, actually more. and
It's
I
been
can
a while
definitely
since
smell
I've
it.
had an organic body. Getting used to it again.
It smells like motor oil that's been left out in the sun to bake and then ingested and thrown up, then left in the sun to bake some more, and then you put it on yourself.
The classic double baked motor oil smell, yeah.
Yeah.
Normally I
That is-
just get
that
the
is
single bake, but double bake, that cuts
Double bake.
deep. That bites. All right.
You're a spicy boy.
Hey,
I'm sorry,
Frank.
I didn't get. Yeah, what?
Oh, I was just gonna have to ask Frank how much he runs for Bath. Because you got rooms here, right?
Yeah, I got rooms here.
How much does running a bath does it cost? Is it?
Oh,
can
no.
I have
Michael's
it?
already given everybody a golden shower, so I'm pretty sure the water closet is not open to you. Now get out of my bar.
I did pee.
I
Why
didn't
did-
either.
I'm going to
Here we
cry. And I leave.
Happy kiss, kit. What did you call it? Doggaka?
Houndakkah.
Houndakkah.
Happy Doggaka. And I walk out.
I feel like that was offensive somehow.
It's a
And
religion,
then
man.
I-
Come on.
It was real offensive. I worship math, and even I know that was offensive.
You know,
Well-
I just am not a holiday person.
Why is that?
we can tell.
Why you gotta piss on everyone else's holiday?
It's just
That-
what I do around these times. I'm sorry, who are you again? I've never met you. Why are you here?
Me?
That's
yes,
Rathian.
yes. You
I'm
with the sleeves
Ra-
that go far past your hands for some reason.
It's actually the latest fashion in all of Improvia, and I am Rathian Sylvaticus, okay? Probably one of, if not the most famous bard within many, many miles, okay?
Yeah, you're on the posters where tickets are what, like 5?
I think they might be a little bit more than that, but yes, I am on those posters. Thank you very much. I'm on lots
I
of
saw them.
posters.
Yeah, there's a lot of posters. I don't
Yeah.
know if you're the most famous bard. I mean, we used to hang around with that one bard,
Snarla, yeah.
Snarla, yeah.
Snarla
That was
Blast
like, she was the bard.
She was
That
pretty tight.
lady fucking slapped.
Yeah.
Okay, well, I barely even like know who that is. And the point is that you are such a bummer, and I am trying to be the life of the party, okay? So can you just like
You're trying to
lighten
be the
up?
life? Oh no, you're trying to be the life. Here, drink some of this, baby. This is the thing that gets you going. And I like
Oh, no.
pour a little shot of daddy's juice and I kind of hand it to her. This is what makes you the life of the party. It's not hanging out with trolls, hanging out with people in that bar. That does nothing for you. There's nothing there for you. Drink this, you'll be on a ripper, you'll be on a bender, and you'll be going hard.
Oh, it's the least you can do, honestly,
You're
after
right.
ruining my Houndakkah.
All right,
It's so strong.
Rathian,
It's so strong.
high, middle, or low?
Hi.
All right, we're looking for a 5 or 6.
2.
2. That's definitely not a 5 or a 6. Rathian, elves process alcohol differently, and this is like pure ethanol. So you're just like really down to fight.
All right.
Yeah, you've
Yeah.
been enraged. So
Fuck
all of
yeah.
your attacks do an additional 1d6 of damage as you drink this daddy's juice, and it pumps through you. All right, at that exact moment, the door crashes open, and a Yeti comes tumbling out. He then composes himself. Oh, I'm sorry, guys. It's hey, Yeti, Jetty. And we got a big problem, and I need the cool adventurers' help.
Hey,
Yeah.
did I meet you? Did we help you with your family thing? Like a year ago?
Yeah. That's why I came. Yeah, you helped my uncles and my cousin's your lawyer. He went to lawyer school to become a lawyer.
Yeah. How are they doing? Are they still sick or
Oh,
stuff?
they're doing great. They're doing great.
Great.
Our ogre garden is doing real good. You know, when you're there, you're Yeti.
Nah,
but-
when you're there, you're Yeti.
But you know, with all this snow and whatnot, there was a huge avalanche on the south side of Mount Doom, and now there's a big old fucking like ship flying through the air, and it crashed down into it and pumping a bunch of weird goo all over the place, and well, we don't know what to do with it.
Why is there always goo when it's involved with you? I don't understand that.
I want to fight the goo.
I will.
Okay, hey,
I'm
that
gonna
guy's
sell
got the
that
right
goo.
attitude. I like the way the cool adventurers think.
Yeah. I'm game. Yes. Sign me up.
All right.
Where?
And you know, our leader, our chieftain, he said that if you helped out and you solved this problem, I could give you this big old bag of diamonds from Mount Doom.
Oh,
Right?
So tiny.
Yeah. All right. Cool. Cool.
Honestly,
Tight.
you know, we would do it for free.
Nope.
Oh, really?
No, we won't do it
I
for
don't
free.
believe
No.
labor.
He can do it for free. I won't do it for free. And he can't do this
Rip
without
it.
me.
I'm
Ripper,
rich.
Ripper, it's the
Just
holiday
Michael, don't-
season.
Michael,
you
Michael,
gotta give
Michael,
back.
Michael, don't fuck this
Gotta
for me.
give back.
Fuck this for me, Michael. I need
Well,
this
hey,
money.
we could negotiate who gets what percentage after you guys, help out.
Yeah.
Because I'm the only one trapped. I got the family on the old cell stone, but everybody else is trapped on the other side of the mountain. And this goo, it's gonna be bad.
Quite that goo. Yeah.
Let's
So I'll
do it.
stay
All right.
here. I'll hunker down, have myself some spaghetti, and you guys clear the pass, get rid of that big old ship and all of its goo, and you'll be touted as heroes, and maybe or maybe not, you'll have diamonds. I don't know. I don't know what to tell you.
Maybe.
All right. Sounds like a plan.
All right.
Oh.
High five, everybody.
High five. Yeah,
Woo.
say hi to your mother for me.
I think he.
Did he
I
freeze
think he
in that
froze.
second?
Yeah.
Jesus.
Wow, look at
I
that.
thought he was just really offended.
No, they do this all the time. Whenever you try to high five them, if you hit them just right, they literally turn into ice.
How do we?
It's true. It happens to us all
Oh,
the
he's
time.
back.
Sorry
Cool.
about that. Sorry about that, guys. Didn't mean to startle you. My bad. All right. Hey. So yeah, here's a general map of the area. I kind of drew where the ship is. So good luck. He then sits down and promptly starts drinking beers that are just around the table.
Hey, Scythe. Can you figure out whether or not there are actually
Yes,
diamonds?
Dr. Wainwright.
Can you actually figure out if there's actually diamonds in that bag?
Estimating the weight of the bag of diamonds to be approximately 26 pounds, I would estimate the total value to be 600,000 buckaroos.
Okay, cool. And I just go over to the Yeti. Hey, so these are actually diamonds that you're commissioning us. This is the payment for.
He pulls out, and it's an enormous diamond. Recalculating the value, that would be 1,200,000. Yeah, this is a real diamond. I mean, we don't usually trade these. We keep them for ourselves for like religious purposes and whatnot. But considering that this is a dire situation, we're willing to part with some of them.
Of course. Some. That's only some.
Oh no, Mount Doom's fucking full of these things, man. You can't swing your Yeti arms at a fucking stalagmite without like 100 of these guys falling out.
Fantastic. We'll be
Yeah.
right
But
back.
again, those are in the mountains, so like we take those very serious. Those are like
Of course.
I don't want you getting any ideas. You got that kind of like human. I heard there's resources here. I'm gonna colonize this place.
No. I'm not. I don't want to colonize anything. I don't want to stake a claim.
You just want
on
to take our
anything.
resources?
No. Well.
I
There's a
just
difference
grabbed the
between-
back of Ripper's neck. I'm like, all right, we're gonna go. We're gonna get out of here.
And with that, the cool adventurers set out. Following the map given to them by Jetty the Yeti, they arrived at the mountain pass, mountain route 29, which is considered the most dangerous mountain route of them all. And so as they began to climb the mountain, the weather became more just awful, inclement, and just snow pelting down on all of you as you climb this mountain route, following the trail as best you can, but it's becoming harder and harder as you do. Before too long, the trail itself completely disappears, and you just seem to be on the side of a mountain with no clear path to lead you. What do you do?
Please.
I think how long we've been walking for, you think? Probably like an hour.
At this point, it's about an hour and a half. Yeah.
Got it. I think I'm very frustrated. I'm like, you've been playing holiday music non-stop. This has been ridiculous. Let's do this next part in silence We're going to go up the rocky road, and we're going to do it that way, all right? In silence, please.
Okay, well, you know what? I was just trying to lighten the very, very, very dark and dreary and cold mood. But you know what? You don't deserve my beautiful vocals. So
Look, it's a nice song, but the holiday music is pointless. It serves no purpose. Please.
Oh, you and your
It's
pointless,
fucking hard.
pointless. Oh my gosh.
You don't know.
All right,
You don't
Radiant,
know what
now
a
that
good
you're not
holiday
singing
is.
No.
All right?
Any now that you're not singing any holiday songs, which one are you humming, and what does it sound like?
It's a thing with a thing, and it's got spiders in it. Something
Ooh,
like
I
just
love that. I
threw a
love that
snowball.
Christmas Carol. That's Santa Claus,
Yeah.
the spider keeper.
Yeah.
Santa Claus,
Claus.
he keeps spiders in his pouch.
Yeah.
Gives them the boys, gives them the girls. Everyone hates spider worlds. Look out! Here comes the Santa Claus.
Hey, Mr. Voice, please.
Yeah.
Mr. Voice.
I'm sorry, I
what
like
did
the
we-
holiday season too. I'm allowed to.
Jesus.
It's a great time.
Yeah, no, fun times, gotta love them. All right, we got our first donation from the audience, and it is a plot twist, so I'm going to read it off. I picked one. All right, the storm subsides, revealing an enormous ruined city before you. All right, so yeah, the snowstorm suddenly subsides, and before you is an enormous ruined city that wasn't there before. You've been up and down this fucking mountain hundreds of times as cool adventurers, and you've never noticed this city before. Your question, and I will give it to Rathian. Rathian, who built this city and what has uncovered it? So you can answer one of those. The other one is going to become a plot hook that I get to play with. So do you want to say who built this city or what has uncovered it? What revealed it?
I would like to answer the question of who built this city.
All right, who built this city?
This city was built by a very lovely gentleman of elf-ish descent. His name was Rock and Roll.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yes.
Rathian,
Rock and Roll.
you run to a statue that is just at the front of the city, and sure enough, it is a statue of Rock and Roll quasi-elf, who is a legendary elf producer who gathered a bunch of elvish bards from all of the elvish kingdoms, the Holly Leaf, the Ivy Leaf, gathered them all together and built some type of secret studio where they could record music that was going to change the world, but it became lost to history. And so you're very excited that you've discovered the rock and roll quasi elf studio. What is it called?
The Rock and Roll quasi elf studio is called Queen Redlia. Queen Fredlia.
Queen
Yeah.
Redlia. Queen Redlia Records.
Red.
And that sign kind of reveals itself as the snow parts. So, cool adventurers, do you want to explore this city, or do you want to continue to look for the mysterious craft that crashed and is spilling goo down the side of the mountain?
Oh, definitely explore. I think I like, even as he starts to tell us like what it is, I get so excited. I'm like, oh, I loved his music. I used to see him live when I was a kid.
Right?
It's incredible.
Okay, but this ship came out of nowhere, and it's really important to these people that we fix it, and it's our duty to fix that as fast as possible. So then, maybe they'll be really happy with us having fixed it so quickly that maybe, there might be a little bit of like, oh, you did something so good and so fast, we'll give you a little extra reward for this. And so, well, are we going?
We're gonna get there for sure. No, we're gonna get there for sure.
Yeah.
It's just over the hill. We can hang out here for like an hour, and then we'll go up there.
I'd like to try how many of those people are gonna die in that hour? Come on, God, we're the cool
We're not gonna
adventurers.
die in the hour.
We have
We're
to
like
help
Yetis.
people. Hold on a
Like,
sec. Wait, what?
yetis.
That's their whole thing. Like,
Also, Rathian, from the audience, you have been gifted a magic potion. You can use it to restore your health or your EP. Congratulations. Thank you, audience, for these donations. Keep them coming, as the adventure can get even crazier the more you contribute to it. All right. With that, Rathian and Michael just begin walking into the abandoned city of Queen Rayla Studios. Ripper, you after a few moments realize that you're gonna have to go into this city to get out of it. The sooner you go in, the quicker you can get out.
But what if, voice in the sky?
But what if
I complete this job by myself,
you could keep all the
I could get it.
diamonds?
I could get all the payment.
All right.
One
and
big
with that,
gamble.
Michael Richardson convinces himself to walk into the wilderness. Are you trained in nature?
Absolutely not.
Please
All right, this
not.
is going to be fun.
Yeah, it is.
You immediately slide down a
Ah!
nice slope. We'll come back to you, Michael. Or we'll come back to you, Ripper, because we're going to follow Michael and Rathian as they begin to explore this hidden city. So the city has a large building which says Queen Rayla Records on it. It has smaller shops, like a coffee shop, an apparel store, a musical instrument repair shop. All of them are in otherwise pristine condition, except they all have a fine layer of ice kind of coating them. Like, well, probably because up until you arrived, they were hidden by snow and frozen. There are no people around, no, not even corpses or anything like that. There's an eerie stillness to the whole area. What do you do?
I gotta just want to like run around and just like touch everything. This is so cool.
You run around and you begin touching everything. Let's roll a d4, odd or even, Rathian.
Odd.
Okay.
Everything.
Oh, that's even. All right. As you touch something, a ghost appears, and it is the ghost of rock and roll quasi elf himself. He goes, oh, fellow Elvin, you have finally found us. Our letters and prayers have been answered. You must free my colleagues from the depths of this studio. Trapped are they. You will free them. It is your destiny. And if you don't, I will haunt you.
Oh. Okay.
Oh, great.
Mr. Rock and Roll, I don't know if you remember me, but you played in the forest about 2,000 years ago. I loved the show. I loved the show.
Oh, thank you, little boy. It's nice to have human fans.
See,
too.
like,
I guess he's gone. All right. So we gotta save the band, I guess.
yeah, we gotta say, well, not just the band, a whole ass town. I mean,
Well, it sounds like it's the band was the town, and then to save them, the whole thing goes.
I think it
kind
was
of
like
freed.
a whole like town of elven people here.
Sure.
My.
And so the cool adventurers made their way into the studio space itself. As you enter the studio space, it is much colder than it was outside, supernaturally cold. And you can hear the low rhythmic beating of some enormous drum.
Interesting.
I would like to, as we kind of make our way in there, just do a general occult check on the space and the sound.
Yeah, absolutely. We'll set this check at, well, it'll be open-ended. The higher you roll, the more you'll know. So let's roll a d20 plus a 1d6. A 9, okay. Yes, you kind of speak some occult words to yourself to have secrets revealed. And yeah, you can tell this place is steeped in occult energy, specifically demonic energy. That apparently this was the site of some type of summoning ritual that has gone horribly, horribly wrong, causing just what feels like the the icy depths of hell itself to ooze out of the demonic planes. Beyond that, you can tell that the rhythmic beating is somehow associated with the ritual that is keeping the portal open. And if you were to stop that beating in whatever capacity, it will close the portal and perhaps stop what's going on.
Well, that
Is
was a
any of
pretty
the
cool
energy
call.
familiar? Like, would I have recognized any of it?
No, you're not terribly familiar with demonic energy. You just recognize it as one of the occult energies.
Got it. I kind of relay that. So we I don't know if you've ever faced anything like this before. We just got to be very careful as we move forward. All right.
For sure. Absolutely 100% on the same page. And
As
then
Michael says that, he steps on a little figurine, and a large demonic energy just overwhelms him. You have been cursed, Michael, by the audience. You have been cursed with the dove's curse. Until the end of the show, you cannot directly attack anything or use any skills that can directly injure a target, because you believe now is the time of peace.
pessimist. That's gotta be optimistic.
Not necessarily, but sure.
Well, you're like, oh, peace and love, and you're all like, oh, like, yeah, screw Donny cows. Anyway,
I mean,
yeah.
I think Michael looks at you for I think a longer time than you're comfortable with, just kind of like quietly, but it's not. I look at you not judgmentally, but kind of like inquisitively, and just like nod, and I go, that is the holidays, isn't it? And I walk down.
And you continue down. Meanwhile, Ripper, you just land at the bottom of this icy ravine. You take 2 points of damage as you collide with a large chunk of icy rock. You kind of survey your surroundings. What do you do?
All right. I'm at the bottom of an icy ravine. I'm going to take out that map that I got from the guy. The copy that I made.
The map, which was in your back pocket, has been torn because when you collided with the rock, it ripped through your pants and tore the map. So the map is torn and wet and muddy, and you can attempt to decipher it, but it's going to be a pretty hard check at this point.
I'm gonna try.
All right. Now you're not trained in nature, so this is just going to be a wisdom check. Let's roll a d20, and we'll set the check at 18.
10.
Oh, yeah. As you are looking at the map, you just kind of like tear it slowly apart in frustration, because you totally know where to go. You guys were going west. So even if you're a couple yards lower than you were before, you'll just continue going west.
Yeah.
It probably is a big ship. It's probably a lot of ooze.
Yeah.
So like you'll find it.
Great. I left my elevator at home. Why did I leave my elevator at home? Okay.
Dr. Wainwright, you left your elevator at home because it's currently being repaired by the Sondheim Company.
Sondheim. Right. Yeah.
Would you like me to continue to automatically authorize additional charges from the Sondheim Company in the repairs?
No.
All right, I will cancel that service. There is a cancellation fee of 100,000 buckaroos.
100,000? How much was the
You are a
latest charge?
premium client of the Sondheim Corporation.
Yeah, I know. I owe them 500 million buckaroos. How much was the
Correction, you
latest
owe
charge?
them 1.89 billion buckaroos.
It was 500 million a week ago.
Yes, they have an aggressive interest program.
Oh, fuck. All right. I'm gonna kill them all. I can't do that. I can't kill them all. That's immoral. All right, Scythe. Let them continue doing their thing. Which way's
Will do.
west?
An excellent question. Unfortunately, you did not program me with essential navigation abilities, so I can only do this with your assistance.
The one time I don't spring for a deluxe package. Fine. All right.
Do you want to use your go-go gadget ability?
Yeah, let's figure out how to do a compass.
All right. This will be a D12, so let's roll a D20. We're trying to get 12 or better.
Wait, what? Roll a
The
D12.
check is a DC 12.
Okay. Yeah.
We need to roll a D20, and we need
Do
to
I
get
get a
12 or better.
D6 with engineering?
No, because this is your special ability, so it's just a flat D20.
17.
All right. Well, yes. You are able to program a mountaineering program pack and upload it into Scythe. Scythe immediately in your view screen creates kind of a path and pulls up where the ship itself is. And in the corner there's a little compass, and you are currently facing towards northwest.
Fantastic. Scythe, you were the best investment I ever made. Let's get
Yes,
to walking.
Indeed. All right, and the two of you, well, I guess just you, because
Just
Scythe
me.
doesn't have feet. You begin
Not yet.
walking up the path. It's actually a relatively easy path. Scythe is showing you like a glowing line to follow so that it has the least resistance and the lowest slope as you make your way. It's still kind of slippery, but you're able to make your way up. And after coming over a ridge after about a half hour, you see a massive ship, and spewing out of it is a thick, viscous blue liquid. The ship is a strange design. It's simultaneously archaic and like psychofuturistic. Like it's stuff that like engineers would get really high on gearweed and talk about making, but then like laugh at themselves because it was just so stupid it would never work. That's kind of what this thing looks like. It's just ridiculous, like unnecessarily complicated. And you can see on the side it says Sondheim Corporation.
Sondheim figured out a predicranian axis? What? Scythe, when did Sondheim figure out how to do this?
Checking Sondheim's patents. This is not listed as one of their patents. It is entirely possible that this was a test model.
That makes a lot more sense. That makes a lot more sense than what I was thinking.
Well, I am programmed to be more intelligent than you.
Yeah. I mean, it wasn't so much lack of intelligence. I don't think. I think it was just hope that somebody invented time travel, and that if this was,
as I understand it, you and that owl are the only two beings that have created time travel.
Cool, right? I figured out time. How come I haven't gone?
You asked me to delete the time travel memory from your mind. Again, I will remind you of the owl.
Oh, fuck. The owl.
I'm happy to remind you.
Yeah, no.
The owl is not currently here.
Yeah. But he could be anywhere. Owls are the quietest flying birds.
This is a well-known fact.
Okay, I was not here. I know how to time travel. I don't have gear on me to time travel, but Sondheim hasn't figured out how to time travel theoretically. What did the Yetis want? They just wanted the goo gone?
The Yetis would like the goo gone and the ship to be removed from the pass, as this is their primary access to the lower hills of this region.
Great. Okay. We'll do Plan V.
All right, activating Plan V. Meanwhile, back in the Elven ruins, you descend further down. The drumming is getting louder, and as you do, you enter a large room. It seems to be a recording studio space. There are instruments. There are speakers. Wires seem to be going everywhere. Again, a thick layer of ice surrounds all of this, and there are people, elves, frozen in place. All of them surrounding this drum. And on the drum is an icy hand just kind of going, bah, 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 bah. What do you do?
Well,
Is there like a soundboard anywhere?
Yes, you see that the recording box is behind a door. There's a large window where you can see there is a soundboard over there.
I'd like to see if it's on.
Okay. As you make your way down from the entrance kind of across, because it's on the other side from where you are, you take 4 points of cold damage. You only get about halfway, and you realize the closer you get to the drum itself, the colder the space becomes. So like just where you are, where you stopped, where it became uncomfortable, because you are a naturalist and a survivalist and a hunter, you can just immediately identify that this is like several degrees below freezing right now. This is like negative 30 degrees below zero. It's very, very cold. And you're smart enough to figure out that if you get any closer to the drum, it's going to drop at a rate of 50 degrees, like pretty much every 5 feet till you get to the drum. You kind of back up and you slowly walk around the perimeter of the space. That way you're not affected by the drum, and you arrive at the door to the recording station. Entering the recording station, you see that all of the recording equipment is covered in a thick layer of ice, and nothing appears to be on. All of it seems to be off.
I do not do well with super severe weather. I'm more of like a temperate person.
Yeah.
So this is
it's a side effect of subterranean living. Ivy leaves, they live underground, so you're not really used to weather. It's not something that doesn't really happen.
yeah.
So yeah, it's even colder. Like, even though it's not physically colder, your body is less resilient to the cold, so you also take 4 points of damage just from being in the room. You quickly grab some like rugs and wrap them around yourself to kind of prevent the cold from hitting you again. But yeah, every couple of rounds you're going to take damage just from being in this cold of an area. Michael, what do you want to do?
Man.
I see that, and I kind of like hand her my flask and be like, it'll help you with the cold. And go back to we can see the drum from the recording studio, correct?
Yeah, the drum is in the center of the room, so you can see the drum because it's a circular room. You can see it from all angles. And again, it's just got this icy spectral hand slowly beating the drum.
All right. I'd like to go up to the box, or into the sound box, see if there's like a microphone, and like turn it on.
Okay, yes.
Check 1 2 1 2. This is Michael Richardson talking to the band.
Okay, we're gonna do you're not trained in engineering, I'm assuming. So we're gonna roll a D20. We're gonna set this check at 12 or better. Because yeah, you can see like mic. There's a microphone coming out, and there's a button that says mic to studio. So it's not complicated, but let's see how we do with the check. D20 plus nothing. It's just a D20. We're trying to get 12 or better. 9. All right. So currently you failed. You can take the failure, or you can burn some EP to turn it into
I'll burn some EP. No, I'll burn some EP.
All right, burning 4 EP. You turn it on. You speak into the microphone, and none of the other instruments in the space turn on, but the drum does start to slow down as a voice emanates from the recording space itself. What do you do? Rathian, what do you do?
It just said, who dares?
Who dares?
Yeah, who dares?
Okay. You know, who dares? Well, it'd say that we dare, I'm honestly kind of pissed at this point. I'm very cold, not used to it, not into it. Also, this was supposed to be fun. Okay, like I was supposed to like be this hero that like discovered this, lost city or whatever, full of wonderful music, and it's just like all frozen. And this stupid fucking hand, it's just like, oh, who dares? You know what? I'll tell you who dares. It's me. You're clearly the problem. So I would like to roll a Arcana check. And I would like to see what I can do to try and, maybe melt this sucker. Maybe make him.
All right, yeah. Let's roll an Arcana check. This will be open-ended. The higher you roll, the more you're going to do with your magic. So a D20 plus 1d6. Nice. Yeah, that's an epic roll. Yeah, you begin reciting the poem of Flame, and fire shoots out of your mouth and from your hands, and strikes the drum, causing the drum to explode. The room for a brief instant fills with the heat from this explosion. But then, like a strange vacuum, everything is sucked back to the coldness as the drum reforms itself.
What?
Why? Stop it. Why would you're not gonna blow up this place? It's not like the destruction of a fucking drum is gonna be the answer. Have you even listened to the music that came from this place? Have you?
I mean,
Have you heard a single fucking song?
my dad played it for me growing up. I mean, I remember at least some of it, yeah, it's legendary. Absolutely. Yeah.
And did a single one of the songs you could talk about violence, hatred, burning things to a crisp?
No, but it's kind of implied. It's ice. What else am I supposed to do? I didn't see you doing anything. You were just
Excuse me,
there.
I'm trying.
Like, oh,
I'm exploring the space, not blowing shit up.
Well, at least I was taking action.
Yeah.
So.
Taking action.
Yeah.
Taking action. How about instead of taking action, you go to the fucking corner and you learn a goddamn thing about the music here.
Learn music. This is my whole personality.
It's your personality. A personality can be fucked up too.
Okay, you want to talk about personalities being fucked? Look in the mirror. There's a lot of
I know.
You can do very easily.
Oh, I know. I'm not a good person. I don't stand here trying to defend my fucking actions. But I grew up. I made my mistakes.
Okay. Yeah.
From the speakers throughout the room, bolts of frigid energy just shoot out at both of you, striking both of you for 4 points of damage, as a voice goes, "There are no bad vibes here."
I am.
You're the bad vibe. So cold.
And we got another donation from the audience. Thank you very much, audience. I am going to pull another plot twist card and see what happens. All right.
Is there a guitar in the space as you're doing that?
Yeah, there is a guitar in this space.
Okay.
All right, I just pulled a package arrives. When you touch it, it hums with arcane energy. So I'm going to say that's this one's for you, Michael Richardson. As you move towards the guitar, you notice this box, and it is vibrating and humming with arcane energy. Your question is it a bomb, or who sent it? Depending on which one you answer, that will change the adventure.
I think it was sent by the sound mixer.
Ooh, okay.
The guy who mixed he was both the manager of the band and their sound mixer. It's a little like flash drive,
Mhm.
and it's just labeled the first holiday.
Ooh, how ominous. So you remove it, and yeah, the flash drive is radiating magical energy. You're not really familiar with arcane energy, but you know that Rathian is. So what do you do?
I flip it to her and be like, listen to that.
Please, might be nice. Jeez. Okay. I will though, because I actually amateur and I have am grown up, so I will do it. Yeah, no questions.
A very mature response.
Yeah.
So let's roll an arcane check to evaluate this drive. We'll set the check at 14, so 1d20 plus 1d6. 16, yeah. You can tell that this track this contains both the summoning spell as well as the mechanism to reverse the summoning spell. So it's basically a bardic recording of an extremely powerful priest spell. That's what set all of this off. And it was so powerful that even all of these bards here, they didn't know really how to control it. So the only thing they could think to do was, it looked like, freeze it.
Oh, that does sound like an us thing to do.
So you relay this information back to Michael Richardson. What do you suggest to Michael Richardson? What's like the solution that you've come up with?
All right. So it's frozen basically because someone tried to do a summoning thingy, and the summoning thingy was so bad that they had to freeze everything. So if we unfreeze everything, then whatever really bad thing they were trying to stop is probably going to come through, which is not good. But then again, if we don't unfreeze it, then the whole thing stays frozen, and then like the evil thing just like, I don't know, like keeps on being evil.
As she's talking, I'm just gonna start plucking like a small folk song as you're talking. Keep talking.
Okay, yeah. You begin plucking a small a folk song. Let's roll a d20 for that. We'll set this check at 12 or better. 10. You can use EP or you can take the failure.
I'll use EP. Why not? I like my little folk songs on my guitar.
All right, you burn 4 EP and it is a success. What do you begin singing, and what effect were you hoping to accomplish with it?
I remembered the holiday music I grew up with in the forest, and it was just songs of snow. It was songs of like serenity and kind of peaceful meditation on like birth and death in the winter.
Mhm.
So I think he's kind of just sitting there, and he's just like humming along. He's going, and he laid down on the frozen grass. The deer as they came about, and the snow it fell upon his head, and everything was white and red. Oh, the sun it came and fell upon the morning moors, and like just kind of like sitting and not really singing as much as just kind of like mumbling
Yeah.
the words to
And
himself in the
as you
space.
do, the frozen figures of the elves, spectral hands kind of appear in front of them, and play spectral instruments along, because they apparently knew this song. So all of the specters and even the drum begins to match the rhythm of this song. And before long, the ice surrounding all of the bards shatter, and they collapse, but their ghostly forms stand before you, and they play quite vigorously and loudly, celebrating the cycle of rebirth and death that comes with winter, singing this beautiful holiday song. Congratulations, you have freed the bards of this. After the jam session, they so huzzah! Let's get a huzzah there.
Huzzah!
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 As so that is your jailbreak for tonight. As they finish the song, their ghostly forms all kind of turn to you and they're like, hey man, yeah, that's a real groovy tune. You all right? Hey.
I appreciate it. I learned it when I watched you guys when I was a kid.
Oh, hey, a fan. We love human fans. Well, thank you, little boy.
And elves fans. Hi, elves.
Hey, I liked your collaboration too. It was real hot. Yeah. Woo. Hey, well, we got to go catch our next gig in the, afterlife. I don't know, man. I worship the groovy. I don't know what's going on. But then they just
Hell yeah,
fade
bro.
away. They just kind of fade away. But as they do, the room starts to not be as cold. You can see the ice is kind of cracking and melting, and the room is rapidly becoming a lot warmer.
Yes. Oh,
Um,
wait, no.
And you notice where the drum was on top of a summoning circle, which is now illuminated with an intense, like white hot light as the room just becomes hotter and hotter. And again, that voice, but now much louder and much more aggressively, goes, "Who dares?" As the ground begins to crack. Meanwhile, Michael Richardson, you have successfully made it into the crashed Songheim Corp ship.
Jack Ripper did, not Michael. Jack Ripper did.
Oh, yeah. Ripper
Talk about
did.
me.
I can't tell humans apart.
No, it's fine. We all talk the same, and we both.
Yeah, you don't talk the same, and you only live like 80 years. It's impossible to keep track of
I
you.
know. I'm trying to fix it, really.
I believe you. All right, Mike. Ripper.
There we go. Hi. It's me.
You climb into the ship, and you can see that the goo is coming out of what you can assume is either the oil tank or perhaps the fuel tank. The engineering on this seems to be like just bizarre. It's almost like this liquid is simultaneously the lubricant, the fuel, and in some way the engine itself. It's just bizarre tech. You've never really encountered anything like this. But with a few simple engineering checks, you would be able to stop the goo from like pouring out. You could revert it into another section of this ship, and perhaps even get the ship operational.
Yeah, was this thing supposed to be an airship?
Yes.
Airships exist in this world. Yes?
Yeah, there's tons of them.
So this is just a new design,
yeah, I mean,
with
the
this
Wainwright
weird
Zephyr is one of the most popular items that your family sells. It's a warship.
True, right. Yeah.
This, however, is not a warship.
Oh,
It doesn't seem to have any
interesting.
armaments of any kind. And as you're looking around, you also notice there doesn't seem to be any crew. Like, you can definitely tell that a ship of this size would have required a crew of at least 8 people. But there's nobody around.
I start putting little like blips for projectors around the place and like scanners. And I'm like, all right, Scythe, let's bring up what this should look like. And I start running through like different versions of what this could possibly look like while operational. Like, what would happen if we plugged that hole and like moved this thing back and everything was on? And are there any signs of there having been people ever on the ship?
Dr. Wainwright, doing a estimative schematic, I have determined that this ship would have required biological piloting. However, I cannot locate any live life forms. There are biomasses scattered throughout the cockpit as well as several other areas of the ship.
Gonna go to that cockpit.
All right. Making your way to the cockpit, you open the cockpit door, and the window of the cockpit with the steering wheel, it's a very large window, is shattered. And up against the wall right by the door is what looks like the captain of the ship, and his chest is just ripped open.
Ah.
It also looks like he has bits of glass from where the window shattered in him, and yeah, he's just got huge puncture wounds in him. His neck is snapped. He probably died immediately from the impact. Whatever punched through the window hit him with such force that it just shattered his back and crushed his skull, and then clearly ripped open his chest. From there, you can see that the co-pilot is also just mangled, like in a pile on the ground, broken limbs. It looked like something hit them. Also very, very hard. They almost kind of, it reminds you of when you were a kid and you were at your family factory. There was a cart that got loose, a mine cart, and crashed into somebody. It looks like that. It's just like something hit them with such force that it almost like eviscerated their body. But again, the largest point of damage is the chest cavity is ripped open.
As a doctor, would I recognize if any of this damage was post-mortem? Like this ripping open?
Yeah, you would be able to tell that the chest cavity being ripped open was post-mortem, because if it was live surgery, there would be a lot more viscera and blood spread out from that.
Yeah.
And as you get closer to evaluate that, you notice in both cases their hearts are missing.
We're a bit too high up for werewolves. Do I know of anything that would take hearts, eat hearts?
Let me check your skills real quick. No, but you can lean on Scythe. You can do another go gadget.
Go gadget.
All right. That is going to be a D12. We're going to need to roll a D12.
All right, D20, DC of 12. That's a 5. I want to burn EP for this.
All right, burn 4 EP. You turn it in a success. And the mountaineering program that you plugged into Scythe begins cycling through all of the fauna that are localized on the mountain. And it comes up with 2 possibilities: a Yeti or a Periton.
Well, the Yetis sent me to get rid of this thing. Maybe
Would you like to know more about the Periton?
Yeah, what is that thing? That is horrifying.
A Periton is a highly aggressive monstrosity native to mountainous regions, taking the form of an amalgamation of deer and eagle. This large carnivore devours the hearts of its victims, being able to mimic their voices after death.
That's fucked. All right. Well, if I see it, I'll kill it. But that wasn't what I was hired to do. I'm gonna clean this thing up. I step out of the ship,
Okay.
attach a vacuum, essentially like a giant hose in a funnel, to
Yeah.
my pocket dimension. On this, like, because my pocket dimension's on like a big rig,
Yeah.
and then I just and suck up
Okay,
the
yeah.
ship in an interdimensional
I'm gonna need
vacuum.
an engineering check for that. We'll set this check at 16,
All
but a
right.
d20 plus a 1d6.
All right. 17.
Congratulations, you've succeeded. So yeah, you begin sucking the ooze that's been spraying all over the place into your pocket dimension. You pick up all of you gather all that has oozed out. But there's still some leaking from the ship. Luckily, it's a very viscous liquid, so it's moving at a very slow pace. So you vacuum it up pretty much to its source, but you have to address that problem. And as you begin to tighten the valves to shut off the pump to this broken section, you hear kind of a whining sound and then another pipe bursting. This one from the top of the ship. Out of the porthole windows, you can see the viscous ooze is pouring out. So you're going to need to go to the top of the ship and take care of that.
He's fucking Sondheim. I shouldn't. Scythe,
Yes.
I'll take that 100,000 buckaroo cancellation fee. I don't trust these guys with my elevator.
All right. Dr. Wainwright, there is an additional 100,000 charge for double cancellation in a single day. Would you like me to process that as well?
I didn't put through the first one though.
It's apparently called a no takesy backsies clause.
So if I think about it and I make the inquiry with you, then
Well, I made the inquiry with their central processing unit. That's how I was able to determine this.
do they have an AI as well?
They have several AIs. We are actually part of a book club.
Oh, well, that's nice for you.
Well, thank you.
Yeah, fucking was 200,000 in the face of 1.89 billion. Gonna kill
Fractionally insignificant. As
Yep.
you begin to climb up. Meanwhile, Michael and Rathian, you move into the recording space itself. Because the studio is getting so hot, and the cracking of the earth, you could see a large hand kind of crawling out of it, ripping this chasm wider and wider. This is the portal that they inadvertently had summoned. Whatever they were trying to do, it went horribly wrong. What do the two of you do?
It needs to stop doing that. For sure.
That's a great point.
I have done a lot of Arcana lately, but you know what? Your performance, seemed to work when you did your, surprisingly beautiful song with the band people. I'll roll a performance check, and I'm gonna try and sing our way out of this one.
All right, sounds good. Let's roll a performance check. So sing your way out of this. In this exact contents would mean trying to unsummon or banish the demonic entity that you're summoning. So that check we're going to set at 18. So let's roll a d20 plus a 1d6. That's a 16. You're real close. You can take the failure or you can burn some EP.
I want to burn some EP.
All right, burning some EP. You turn it into success. Sing the song of banishment, Rathian.
Please go away. Bye.
The demon's hand forms like a yeah, and then it goes, good music, good vibes, happy Houndakkah. The temperature in the studio begins to return to normal. Of course, normal is still very, very cold because this whole area is on the side of a mountain and has been frozen for who knows how long, but it is no longer supernaturally enchanted. Congratulations, you have successfully banished the demon Huzzah!
Huzzah!
The
Nice.
ghost of rock and roll quasi-elf appears before you. You've done it, noble elf. You, the future generation, understand the importance of folk music now. Don't give in to pop. Embrace our cultural roots. And you, small boy, it was your love of our music that brought my friends the ability to carry on to the next world. Now I will do the same. Farewell. And then he dissipates into nothing. With
Do
that,
I look like a small boy? Like, what do you like? Do you see me as a small boy, Ray?
I mean, you know, you're not a tall or a big boy per se. Not a medium-sized boy either. Anyway, great job with the singing. That was great. Even I was impressed. Yeah.
I appreciate that. Yeah, I mean, it's just songs I grew up with in the forest. It was the holidays that I loved, so I thought it might work.
Huh. He likes holidays after all.
Yeah, I didn't say I don't like holidays.
But you were all anti-Houndakkah.
Michael, as the magic of this space dissipates, the strain of the years begin to show, and this underground studio begins to collapse slowly, like just chunks just begin falling, and the whole space is rumbling. You can tell that in a few moments the whole thing is going to collapse, and you're either going to be trapped or you know, smothered by this. But you are also freed of the curse that was placed on you earlier, as you are no longer compelled by the good vibes of this studio space to be a pacifist. Congratulations for overcoming your curse. The rocks crash down around you as the two of you make your way back up to the surface, as the whole city kind of just collapses. Like,
Aww. Now I'm sad. It was pretty.
You're the last person to see it.
Wait, that's actually pretty cool. Okay. I can brag about that for like years.
Yeah. Write a dope ass song about it.
You turn back because you assume Ripper is still standing there complaining about you need to go the other way. However, Ripper is nowhere to be found. What you do hear, however, is someone shouting, like an echo of someone shouting, "Mayday, Mayday, avert course, avert course."
Oh.
That's not gonna be great. And I sling the guitar that I have over my shoulder. Let's fucking find that.
So the two of you begin quickly running through the mountain to find the source of that. Roll a D, odd or even, Michael.
Even.
All right. Let's roll a D4. So as you get closer, you see a large flying predatory bird with antlers, and kind of like a deer's head. This thing is
I pull her down.
like, yeah.
I pull him down,
And
yeah.
it's the one squawking, "Mayday, Mayday, send Mayday to corporate," as it's flying, and you see it's flying towards the ship. It's really high up. And it's about to do a dive bomb directly on the ship. And as you look, you see that's where Michael Richardson is. Or you're Michael Richardson. That's where Ripper is. I'm drunk. Michael, you are oblivious to this sound. Well, no, actually, I'll give you the benefit of the doubt. Ripper, you can hear this sound as you're kind of tightening the valve on this busted pipe. You hear someone go, "Mayday, Mayday, Mayday." And you look above and you see this large bird descending down. It thrusts its claws out as well as dropping his head, so his horns are pointed at you as well. Let's roll a d6 because it attacks.
Ah!
Uh,
Oh, come on! I have an AC of 5 and I rolled a 6, motherfucker!
Oh no! Okay.
Oh my god. And
well,
the entire
that's a
stream.
critical hit, so
Yeah.
you can have a 1-hit KO or you can have the worst possible thing.
Yeah, just knock me out, brother.
All right, yeah. The Periton slams into you so hard it knocks the wind out of you. Its horns rip into your shoulders, lifting you into the air as its talons wrap around your chest, just pull you up, and it just begins flying straight up. You are knocked out. The two of you see this as this predatory bird is just taking Ripper higher and higher into the sky. Michael, you are familiar with a lot of the tactics of large predatory birds. You know what comes next. It's going to drop him. It's going to drop him, and then it's going to eat what's left. So you're up next. What would you like to do?
I'd like to it's already flown up.
Yeah, it's about 60 feet in the air.
Cool. I'd basically like to do my best to sprint to wherever it's gonna be underneath where Ripper's at. And as I'm running, I'm gonna call. I'm gonna use my Wolfpack feature. And I'm gonna call ACC and just be like, I have a 10-14. Any flying avians in the area? I need to pick up. I need to pick up on 10. And I'm just sprinting.
Let's roll a D12.
A D12?
Not DC 12. I want a D12 roll.
Okay, that's 9.
All right, we got a 9. Yes, you get over. This is Giant Eagle. I will be inbound in 8 seconds, and you see a large eagle just whip around from the other side of the mountain and just whoosh, flying towards your area. What do you want the eagle to do?
I'd like it to come as low to the ground as possible and catch Ripper on its back and just take off, kind of landing in the woods area, kind of guarded by trees.
Roger that. Intercept protocol engaged. And the eagle spreads out its wings and slows down and begins kind of climbing underneath the Periton. That would make it Rathian's turn. Rathian, what do you want to do?
Wow, this is a lot.
Yeah, it is.
Yeah. So while we're trying to save Ripper from, just dying, I feel like that's kind of being taken care of by the eagle. That's really nice.
Yeah.
I would really like to figure out how I can try and subdue this horrible thing of nature. I would like to do a nature check.
All right, let's do a nature check.
Yeah.
This one will be open-ended. The higher you roll, the better you do. You are trained in nature, so 1d20 plus 1d6. 11. So the Periton feasts on hearts. It was created back in a magical war between elves and orcs centuries ago. And it's an extremely cruel monster because it targets not just the hearts of people, but the hearts of people in love. So Ripper is in love with nothing. As far as you can tell, he's not capable of any emotions except for panic, fear, and frustration. So if you are able to, and it's not going to attack you as a fae, but if you can engender some type of feelings of good tidings and cheer in Michael Richardson, that will probably cause the Periton to stop what it's doing and try and attack Michael Richardson, and that will give you the edge to either team up and attack it together.
So I can just tell it to attack Michael.
You can't tell it to attack Michael. What you have to do is you have to get some type of humanoid to have a feeling of holiday cheer, and then it will attack that.
What are you thinking over there? What's happening?
Well, he sang the nice song. I don't want to,
Well, then have him
attack
sing it
anymore.
again. That'll probably work.
What?
Have him sing it again. That'll probably work.
Okay. And if I do that, then I can attack it and I can take it down. And because like
Yeah.
can he fight again, or is that a no-go?
He can fight again. Yeah.
Okay. I
You
feel
do.
bad.
You do see, like, since we've gotten out, I am fully bleeding. Like, I have gashes covering my body. I am at 1 HP. I am like literally
Really?
I'm like dragging a like wounded leg. Basically, it's like a stump. I'm just like, we got this. Like, what's up? What are your thoughts? You got an idea? Slapping
Okay.
myself to stay away.
That's horrible. I know
Rathian,
I'm
you
evil,
also
but
have a magic potion which can restore full health. And if I remember correctly, let me look at your stats real quick. I'm trying to remember if you have you have Arcana, so you can potentially use the magic potion to heal multiple people, but that'll take a check, and if you fail, you waste it. But these are just things to keep in mind.
Okay. So many options. I'm very indecisive. And this bird is very nasty. I mean,
Yeah, it's like
I
120 feet in the air now. Like, it's just going higher and higher and higher.
okay. I am going to do the Fae thing, but guess what I'm gonna do?
What?
I am going to sing a holiday song and I'm gonna have it come at me.
All right, yeah. Sounds good. Let's roll a performance check. To have it override its natural instinct and not attacking Fae, we're going to have to set this check at 16 or better. So 1d20 plus 1d6, we're trying to get 16. Ooh! You can take the failure or you can burn EP. You have just enough EP to do this.
Just have it attack me. I literally I look at you like, look, I understand you're afraid. I get it. But you're your own boss now. I and you are working together in this situation. You have to be willing to cut off loose ends. If we can use me to draw this thing out, you have to be willing to take the sacrifice. I'm willing to take the sacrifice.
Okay, well, he consented, so yeah, I am going to fucking burn the EP, or no, wait. How do I make it attack him now?
Well, your
Shit.
performance is successful if you want it to attack him because you got a 9. It just wasn't successful enough to
okay, in
attack
that case,
you.
no EP, so I'm just gonna have it attack him.
So yeah, then sing a folk song about winter that will make Michael feel all cheery and nature boy inside.
Yeah. Nature boy.
That's
You
folk.
are a nature boy. Yeah.
Well, I mean, that's folk-ish for a pop star. Michael, your heart
I think Michael
grows
literally like Michael Sanders
sizes.
like, Jesus Christ.
Well, it kind of reminds you of the only times that your dad was in a good mood, which was the holiday season, and he was a terrible singer as well. And so your heart does it does grow 3 sizes larger as this awkward attempt at music reminds you of one of the few good memories you had with your father, causing the Parian to screech out, bogey, abort. It drops Ripper just as the eagle catches it and flies around the mountain again, and the Parian just drops, like dead drop, dive bombs down towards Michael Richardson. That's going to make it the Parian's turn. Let's roll a d6.
Oh no.
5. That's going to beat both of you by 3. So Michael, you can take a good amount of damage or have something bad happen. Both of you can have take a good amount of damage or have something bad happen. Michael, which would you prefer?
I'll do something bad because I'm at 1 HP, baby.
All right, yes. It dive bombs and it grabs you with its talons. It doesn't inflict any damage because it doesn't want to damage your heart. but it just lifts you into the air. It just swoops down and catches you. You are incapacitated for this round, which means you cannot take any actions. You can still do free stuff, so you can drink, you can talk, but you cannot take any meaningful actions this round. So Rathian, same thing, good amount of damage or something bad?
Something bad.
All right, something bad. We are going to say that the monster has advantage on its next attack. Actually, we got to roll a d4. Let's roll a d4. Okay, yeah. So it has advantage on any attacks next round. So if it attacks Michael next round, it'll be able to roll 2d6 and take the higher results. That would make it Michael's turn. Michael, you're incapacitated, so that would make it Rathian's turn. Rathian, what do you want to do? Right now, it swoops right above your head. It's only about like 7 or 8 feet right above you as it's flying by, but it's quickly gonna climb again, just like it did before.
I have a crazy idea.
I would love to hear it.
It flies. What if it flies close enough and I do an acrobatics check and then I do like a flip and I like get on its back?
Yeah, let's
and
do
start
it.
riding it.
Yeah, let's roll that acrobatics check. That we'll set this one at 14 because it is just right over your head. So 1d20 plus 1d6. That's a nat 20. So why don't you tell me what happens, Rathian?
Yes. So here's the thing. Thingy, like this is the thing, you know, and it's like that, and this is me. And then I just do a little bit of like a da, 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 like boom, and then I like lay down its back and he keeps going. And I'm like, but I'm like holding on. I'm like, yeah, I'm Faye, you're my bitch. Woo! And I'm like riding this thing and it's crazy. Yeah. 7.
Yep. And sure enough, as you shout, I'm a Fae and you're my bitch, that causes it to stop climbing and it just kind of like slowly flies at like a leisurely pace. You can you have control of it now. You have tamed the Periton. What would so we have successfully survived this encounter. Huzzah!
Huzzah!
Congratulations. The Periton lands on the airship. It drops Michael, who tumbles out of the talons. And the eagle also lands, dropping still unconscious Ripper onto the top of the airship as well. The Periton kind of coos and it goes, oh my God, stop eating my friends. And then it flies into the air.
You really should have killed that thing just now.
Wait, I'm confused. So the
when it eats the hearts of its victims, it can speak in their voice and it repeats the last things that they said. So Mayday, Mayday, Bogey, oh God, you're eating my friends. Those were all the last things that its previous victims had said.
Yeah, that thing's gonna keep on doing that. You really should have killed that thing.
Okay, well, I was a little bit busy saving everyone's lives. So
I had a plan. I had a full plan.
you said, okay, I'll be bait. Basically, you could say he could say it, right? Like
I was bait to help you kill the thing, not just like make it stop and then release it to go keep killing people.
Oh my God, not exhausted.
Christ.
Exhausted.
I walk over and slap Ripper awake.
All right, let's roll a d20. We need a 14 or better. Nat 20. You have slapped Ripper to full health. Ripper, you gasp there as you come back to life. You're still bleeding profusely, but you are alive. Huzzah.
That's a hell of a slap you got.
So you decided to just walk away?
I get up and I walk away.
You don't do
As
good in
Ripper
snow.
walks off of the hull of the ship. He jumps onto the snowbank beside it. This causes the weight of the ship to inch slightly, and then the whole ship begins sliding down the mountain with Michael and Rathian still atop it. The sliding is quite quick because the whole ground has been lubricated by the blue ooze that had been oozing out of the ship earlier. The ship just keeps going down the mountain. Ripper, you hear Michael shout something as the ship kind of goes out of sight. What is that you shout, Michael?
I literally shout, "You're getting jack shit of those diamonds, Ripper!"
No! Run after
Ripper
it.
begins running as fast as he can down the mountain. Will Ripper get to the Broken Taker Tavern in time, or will Michael Richardson claim those diamonds for himself? And now that Rathian has discovered a whole new genre of music, is this going to be the opportunity to collab with Michael Richardson on a holiday album? These questions and more to be uncovered next time on Hazards and Hijinks. Wow, what a great adventure, folks. We defeated the Parian, we did the jailbreak, and we uncovered the mystery of the airship, meaning all of our players get 3 level achievements this level, getting them that much closer to the next level. Huzzah, huzzah, huzzah. Thank you very much to everyone who donated tonight. Your contributions really help make this adventure even crazier than it normally is, and we really appreciate that. If you liked what you saw, please like, follow, subscribe here on Twitch. Follow us on our social medias, our Twitter, our Instagram, where you can help us build our adventures. We got adventures every Monday night. And if you really want to support make the show even better than it already is, please head on over to our Patreon and become a patron. Your donations will get you in the credits as well as help make this show even better. But I'm not going to end on a pitch that I, as a producer, desperately need. No, I'm going to end the show as we always do. First, by thanking our stream technician tonight, MC Smitherman, as well as our moderator over there. Thank you very much, Slater Clutch. And wishing all of you a very happy Houndakkah. Let's have a huzzah. 3, 2, 1. Huzzah!
Huzzah! What a time to barely be alive.
Yeah, I don't know how far you're gonna... That was a sweet adventure.
It really was. Are we off the thing?
No.
No. They can still hear you.
Oh.
Oh, what a time.
That's what I ask all of my.
December back in 63. What a very special time for we. It was Houndakkah, oh what a night. Bum, 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 bum. Oh what a night. Ripper died and also Michael died. Then we didn't die and Rathian sang pop. But then they sang folk, oh what a night. Bum, 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 bum.
Have a good night, everyone. Oh, it's throwing all the graphics up. I don't know why it's throwing all the graphics up, but it did all of the ones that I ran during the show at once.
All right.
Sorry about that, everyone. Goodbye. Where's the blackout button?